What is up, my New World Eternum adventurers and friends? We need to make gold in Season 10 with the Night Haven release, and many of the old ways sadly no longer work. Here are 9 ways I've made over 150,000 gold in the past few days. Tip number 1. The first thing I do each day when I log in is I head to Cutlass Keys and visit the Free For All Island PvP zone. There I farm the chest for around an hour or so because they drop the new perk charms. You can also get in some good PvP practice, and people actually fight now when you get in there, so that's pretty cool. Do not worry, the charms are not cursed, so you don't drop them if you get defeated. The charms dropped are totally random, but quite a few of the defensive ones, such as Wellness or the Shirking perks, sell for 6,000 plus gold on the trading post. Others, such as Harnessing on the offensive perk side, sell well too, especially Slash, Thrust, and Fire Harnessing. Most of the ability ones are cheap, but check the trading post on your server just in case. I typically get 10 plus charms in an hour, and that's without any kind of luck gear. I haven't tried that yet. Have some fun at the same time. If there are decent charms in there, you can be over 10,000 gold in an hour, making it a really efficient farm and one of the best ones. One of the top charms you can farm materials in there. You'll get tons of cursed doubloons. If you're worried about doubloons and resources on top of the charms, you can increase the hourly gold yield. If you run out of the zone every 10 minutes or so to cleanse them, you won't have to worry about dropping upon any PvP deaths. So Season 10, gold making method number 2, is an old time-tested method, talking about farming bananas. These still sell quite well because of the cooking recipes, as well as furnishing recipes that use them. Zones like Monarch Bluffs, Cutlass Keys, and others have tons of the banana trees. To make extra gold, or to have for smelting, turn the green wood you get into charcoal. Some servers, people will buy the charcoal for an okay price, and if not, you'll need it when you smelt those prismatic ingots. Third way to make gold since the Night Haven expansion of New World Eternum is to farm the items necessary to make the rune glass cases. As everyone makes new gear sets, they need new rune glass gems for both weapons and armors. Things that you need to farm will be in sandstone, with nodes abundant in the brimstone sands area. Big components are ancient globs of ectoplasm that you'll see plenty of shouts for in the chat. You'll see X globs multiple times a day. Several of the Legion controlled areas of brimstone sands have enemies that drop them. Another component are the glyph stones, which vary depending on the server you're on. I would check the trading post for high value glyphs, then head over to the New World database website and see where they are actually all dropped. It'll tell you in there when you type the glyph in the search bar. If you can actually craft the cases and then the actual gemstone variants, you can make even more gold. While farming the materials that are all mainly in brimstone sands, you can increase gold per hour by farming cactus, which the flesh is used in Arcana, and desert sunrise potions, which you'll need for PvP. Also hit up the sulfur nodes for the chunks to get some extra cash. The fourth way that I've made gold in the past few days is to farm low level resources. Those are always popular because people get bored and tired of doing it. Some of the higher level ones are way cheaper than the boring low level ones. Things like stone, greenwood are actually selling well. Other things like fibers, iron ore, and rawhide have always sold well and can be a great way for lower level players to make some coin. If you need any gods or farming locations, head over to my channel and subscribe. I have tons of these types of videos. I appreciate all of you very much, and you help me grow the channel. New World Eternum gold making method number 5 is the first one that involves actual crafting. Unfortunately, crafting gear has kind of been destroyed with the flood of new gear and the ease that it can be farmed. But that doesn't mean that it's not something that you can still make some gold with. This can be done in a few steps, and each step adds value and maximizes gold. First, craft items needed for the armor, weapon, and jewelry matrices. Those are things such as honing acid, etched handles, tempered casts, blessed rivets, and reinforced bracing. The next step is to either sell them or to make them into the actual before mentioned matrices because they sell really well. Some of them are still 9 to 13,000, at least on the MP server that I'm on currently. These are still needed for artifact upgrade and to craft new gear in the recipes if you desire to do that, although I would not suggest that. The second part is to farm the items needed for the perk charms to add to the chromatic seals. You can also buy the chromatic seals for 2,000 gold. If you have maxed out faction tokens like a lot of you may have because you haven't spent them in past seasons, you can make a ton of gold crafting the different sought after perk charms. Check your trading posts to see what sells best on respective servers. Typically defensive ones that require the runic void stones are the most expensive. Some of the harnessing offensive ones also sell well. Speaking of runic void stone, the next tip, number 6, on our top ways to make gold in the Night Haven expansion, Season 10 of New World Eternum, is to craft void stones by farming stone, sandpaper, and lodestone. You also need powerful gem dust as well. You can buy the dust or craft it with 3 pristine gems found on the trading post, or you can go out with your luck mining gear and harvest tier 5 nodes such as orichalcum, platinum, or mithril. They drop the pristine stones, and then you can take them to the station and use 3 of them to make your gemstone dust. These runic void stones are selling for 200 plus gold on MP server as we speak. Alternatively, you can just farm the lodestone because that's sought after as well to sell and make the gemstone dust to sell if you don't want to go through the rest of the crafting or your crafting's not high enough. Optimally, though, you'll craft the runic void stones and then couple them with the chromatic seal and a few other materials to make the perk charms for the most amount of gold. On the same line is to make runic planks for the same purpose as they are used in most offensive perk charms. Make these planks to sell or to craft the charms for yourself or to sell on the trading post. It's another excellent way to make some gold. New World aeternum gold making tip number 7 brings us to PvP. Each of the PvP modes offers some sort of gold reward, as well as finding gold on the PvP reward tracks. This isn't a lot of gold, but you have some fun at the same time. It's not as boring as farming or crafting. Other things that sell from PvP rewards are new crafting materials for the perk charms. If you had followed along so far on the other tips, you'll see that a ton of gold can be made in relation to perk charms, which is obvious because it's something new. If you farm, gather, or earn material from PvP, you can make even more of the gold crafting those charms for yourself because you won't have to rely on the trading post for those extra items. Tip number 8, the Ocho. This is an OG tip from the seasons past, and that is to farm rabbits for sumptuous rabbit meat. Use this to cook the 48 Constitution food or just sell on the trading post. They're typically 75 to 100 gold each. Optimize this by using a full skinning luck set, coupled with skinning luck food and 3 major skinning trophies. On top of this, you can sing a song and pick the Gathering Yield luck perk as a bonus. I have a few videos with awesome rabbit spots on my channel as well, so don't forget to sub and check them out. Rabbit meat can earn 3 to 4,000 gold an hour fairly easily and is always in demand. And this brings us to the last, but certainly not least, New World gold making method. Go to the different gear farms. I have videos on all of them up to date, including the Gorillas, Mercy Redoubt, the Tower, and now the Cursed Steps. These glitched out farm spots can yield close to 500 pieces of gear to salvage per hour. That can be 1,800 to 2,000 gold just for the salvage scraps that you can sell on the trading post alone. Plus, you have a chance at gear for sets you may want to try out, maybe some best in slot gear. I realize I said non-tips at the beginning of this video, but since you guys stuck around, I'd like to share with you a couple bonus tips. One of the other things you can do is if you ever see the shouts that say like X-Human, X-Banes, those are shouts for some of the items that you need to make the major crafting trophies, or not crafting trophies, but the things like the Lost Combat Trophy, the Human Combat Trophy, and those give you bonus buffs for mobs that you kill out in open world for PvE. Doesn't really do anything for PvP for you, but it is a good bonus for PvP. And if you're going to do any serious in-game content, it's good to have those. So yeah, if you see shouts, X-Banes, X-Human, things like that, jump on those because you can make a little bit of extra gold doing those. And then another tip is just check your trading posts because often a new update brings different variances on gears or maybe different potions that you need to use in some of the content like the raids or the catacombs. So you never know what might change. So always check through that. Check through your inventory because sometimes you have a gold mine just in your storage. Like when this season started, I made 150 or so thousand just doing these things in this video. But also I had tons of stuff in my storage that I sold off. I mean, some of it was worthless, but I found some things that are worth some pretty good gold. Sold those off, made about another 100,000. And all the gypsum orbs I had stocked up. Make sure you always have gypsum orbs because they'll help you with the crafting for those matrix crafts and such. So very, very important. Always have those as well. And then make potions, make arcana stuff, make food, things like that. The consumables are always in need. So those are also another bonus tip on how to make some gold. So make sure to have fun in New World, and I'll catch you in the next video, probably shorter video, as I like to stick to the point and try not to ramble too much. See you all later.